Hey everyone, good evening. How are you guys? I don't know why, as soon as I turn this on, I'm like yelling right away, like you guys are deaf or just can't hear me. I'm gonna add us into a party I have going on right now, so those guys can enjoy the live video as well. I'm testing you guys out. I have you on my phone holder, and I am testing you guys out from a new spot in our itty bitty kitchen tonight. So we'll see how this is gonna work out. If you guys jump on, let me know that you're here. I see somebody's joining me. I don't think it's just me, but lately when... Hi, Nikki. Good evening. Lately, when people have been commenting on my live videos, it won't show them to me on my phone screen for whatever reason. Are you making your lasagna? Super excited to share this recipe with you guys. It is really fast, like super fast. We tried it, a different version of it we tried last week one night. Within the last 2 weeks anyway, I was planning out some meals for the week, and it was one of them that I had picked because it looked super easy and really fast to put together, and it was delicious. And there's a lot of different variations that you can do of it, so we're doing it again because it's amazing, and I think you guys will love it. Yes, I see you're making your lasagna. You do all homemade, Nikki, I assume? That's why I don't make it as often, because it's a labor of love. All right, you guys. Of course, my computer is being super slow as well, but I'm getting you shared into the party. Then we'll be ready to go. Ooh. I'll leave my computer up so that I can see the comments. Okay, so we're shared in, and I'll just know that I don't need to look at my phone because I won't be able to see them. Okay, you guys, Nikki, give me a thumbs up and let me know that we're for sure shared and you can see me in the party, so I know that everyone else can too. I just propped up my computer so I can see your comments there as they come in. Okay, so veggie pesto pasta tonight, you guys. Super excited. I will share the recipe in the comments when we're done here, but this is really great. There are, oh my gosh, I have a comment from you now, Nikki. Perfect. So there are 3 different versions of this. This is a Pampered Chef. Hi, Tammy. Pampered Chef recipe with 3 different versions of it, all in the same recipe, so you guys can pick and choose what you're feeling like that night when you make it. And tonight, because we've kind of been doing the prep ahead theme this week, we are taking some items from the other meals that we've prepped for this week, and we're going to incorporate it into our pasta tonight, just for something a little bit different than the last time we made it, and then also just to get rid of, you know, the couple of extra random veggies and stuff like that that we had laying around. So we're gonna do a sun-dried tomato version with some bacon, so it's not technically veggie, but with some bacon and a fresh tomato, and I'm gonna put some broccoli in it because I love broccoli. This one is supposed to have artichokes in it as well. However, it was a snow day here today because, I mean, there was a decent amount of snow on the ground. The ground was covered with snow, but anyway, it was a snow day here today, so the grocery store was closed, so I couldn't get artichokes. So super easy. I'm gonna grab my rock crock. I'm gonna start with this, you guys. This rock crock is gonna be your workhorse tonight, and it's gonna do everything for you like it should do everything else in your kitchen all the time, because it's wonderful. So what I'm gonna do is add in my pasta. I am just using, I'm using bow tie pasta tonight because it's what we had in our pantry. The recipe calls for spaghetti. You can use whatever type of pasta you want. Last time we made it, we used a totally different type of pasta as well, and it was totally fine. And who measures their pasta? Not me. This is going to be going in the microwave, so when I get it in there, I'll tilt you guys down so you can see everything else that I'm doing. And then I'll decide if I like this angle for my camera or not. You guys comment, let me know too. Tammy, you've watched my videos before. Let me know if this is a good angle. So I'm adding in some vegetable broth right now. I used our Measure All cup. And I put some veggie broth in there. Actually, I'll tilt you guys down now. Ooh, there it is. Look at that. So for a little extra flavor, and of course I added salt into my recipe because you want to salt and season your noodles. I'm going to put some cooking wine in as well. I always have an open bottle of just cheap white wine laying around. So I'm going to put in not quite half of what the recipe calls for, because that's going to add some extra deep, delicious flavor. And if you're making this for kids, don't worry, it's totally fine. It's still going to be a kid-friendly recipe because all that alcohol will cook out. So I'm going to put the lid on my rock crock, and just because I like to, I'm going to give that a little shake. This is going to go covered in the microwave on high for 11 to 12 minutes. So I set it for half of the time because I get nervous about that. Is that better? What's better? Let me know, ladies. Oh, you can't see. Okay, yep. I'm gonna turn you guys back. And if this doesn't work, then my handy dandy assistant's gonna... Oh my gosh, you guys. Are you still there? Sorry. I should have tested this out before. I just told my assistant he's gonna have to come help me if this doesn't work out. I'm gonna prop you guys up and turn the angle. Bear with me, you guys. It can only get better, like everything else, right? Okay, that looks a little bit better. Better, Nikki? Okay, so let's get prepping. You guys let me know what you think about that. You can at least see what I'm doing. I already have everything out, and I'll just show this to you guys. Everything is out on my counter. Yep, that's right, Tammy. You don't need to see me tonight. You just see what I'm cooking. Okay, so we're doing some spiralized cucumber tonight as well, because if you guys saw my video yesterday, I told you that we had prepped for the whole week and salads were one of the items. We did a variation on a Cobb salad, and that was one of the items that we were eating this week for dinner. So I have some of my cucumber left, and I'm going to spiralize that for you guys tonight and show that to you. I was going to get zucchini at the grocery store today to spiralize that and then add that into our pasta tonight, but again, the store was closed. So the cucumber will work just fine. It is really beautiful, and it's really nice for a cucumber salad in the summertime. I mean, you can eat it in the wintertime too, but I'm going to get everything else ready for our pasta, so I'm going to start with our manual food processor. I know yesterday I mentioned this as well in the video. So here's our manual food processor if you missed it, the lid, and here's your blade that's detachable, and then the actual container here, your dish. So what I'm going to add into this is super easy, just some canned sun-dried tomatoes. And I'm just gonna use a fork to pull those out, and I'm gonna set them on some paper towels so some of the oil comes off. And you guys, this is seriously a super simple recipe. Even if you do the artichokes in here, you can buy canned or, you know, jarred marinated artichoke hearts, and they already have a lot of really great flavor to them. And you just buy them in a jar, just like your sun-dried tomatoes here. Give them a good rinse and pop them right into your manual food processor, and they'll chop up with everything else, which is super amazing. And then while I'm doing all of this prep work for our pasta, my noodles are cooking in the microwave, which is fantastic. So sun-dried tomatoes, literally everything is just going in my manual food processor, and it's gonna do all of this chopping work for me. Now, if you don't have our manual food processor, of course, you can use our food chopper if you have that. If you want to use, you know, any other type of, I guess, any type of food processor that you have, you can do that as well. We had BLTs earlier this week. I would like some of those fresh veggies as well, please. Sounds delicious. Tomatoes going in. We do have a tomato knife, but I'm just not using it because I'm only gonna dirty one knife. So again, we had BLTs earlier this week, and we had one fresh tomato left, so I'm gonna throw that in because we're gone this weekend. So I want to get rid of everything that is fresh in our fridge. Again, you guys, this is the bacon I have left from our Cobb salad, bacon Cobb salad that we had this week. And because my knife is dirty already, I'm just gonna give it a rough chop, add it right into my manual food processor, and again, that'll do the rest of the work for me. So, I'm gonna grab my olive oil. Now, this calls for 3 tablespoons of olive oil. With the fresh tomato in here, I really don't think I'm gonna need 3 tablespoons of olive oil. So I just drizzled in, you know, it's probably close to 2 tablespoons, but this also calls for fresh garlic, which is amazing. So yesterday I talked with you guys about the garlic olive oil, infused olive oil that you can make at home, which is in the fridge right now, but I'm gonna show the fresh garlic so I can show you guys the garlic press. Now, you wouldn't necessarily need to use your garlic press since this is also going in the manual food processor, but this thing is so amazing that I love to show it all the time, and I want you guys to see it. I had 5 seconds left on those noodles, so I am going to give those a quick stir. All you gotta do is just stir them once. The lid is still on, and this can totally go on the wood cutting board here. Ooh, yummy, and that wine just smells so good. So obviously the longer this cooks, all of that liquid is gonna cook out as well. And then that's gonna soak into our noodles as well, which is gonna be super delicious. So let's go to the garlic press. Tammy, I know you've seen the garlic press. Hey, Amanda. Ladies, do you have the garlic press at home? Everybody else on my page that's watching right now, I know you guys have seen this a million times, and you know how amazing it is. So here's the garlic press. Here's a little cleaning tool that you get with it. So the best part about this is you don't even have to take the skin off the cloves. You literally just stick your clove right in the basket, and you literally just press it in, you guys. Can you see that coming out? Like, look at how amazing that is. I'll give you guys a close-up. Look at that. So then I'm gonna take my little end right here and just scrape it into my manual food processor. And just like that, it's done. I literally do not have sticky, nasty garlic hands, which I think is pretty delicious because I love garlic. But And then you see sometimes there's like, this was a pretty big clove. If some squeezes on the side, you can pull it off. However you want to do it. And you just pull the skin out, put your next clove in, and go to town. So this is super slick. Probably one of our favorite gadgets in the kitchen, I would have to say for sure. This is also dishwasher safe if you are a fan of your dishwasher. So I'm gonna put my lid on and I'm gonna give this a couple pulses and it's gonna do all the work for me. Now, it's totally up to you guys how fine you want this to be chopped. Don't tell my husband, but he's kind of a picky eater with veggies. Yep, see, you just heard you. So I like to chop mine up really finely. And I will tell you guys, I'm pulling out a tomato slice here because that's why I sliced it too. You do want your items to be a little bit smaller in here so it can fit under the blades. So I'll just take a peek at that and I'll just give them a rough chop again and drop them back in. So not dirtying anything extra. Oh my gosh, this already has such an amazing, yeah. I'm gonna need to chop those tomatoes more. So for me, the texture of the tomatoes would be totally fine. But again, if you have a picky eater, you can make this as chopped up as you would like. And the smell that is in here is just wonderful. I'll show you guys what this looks like. It's like a really nice paste consistency. So it's really nice and runny and nice and juicy from that fresh tomato I put in there. But then of course it is, you know, really nice and thick from those sun-dried tomatoes as well. And of course we have garlic in there, which is amazing. So I'm gonna grab my rock crock out again. These are little microwave grips. That's what I had there. Now you guys, this rock crock, Nikki, I know this is on your wish list. I'm using the 2.5 quart again today. If you guys are looking at the slow cooker stand set or you have a rock crock at home already and you want just the slow cooker stand, that is going to be either a fit for our 2.5 quart rock crock or the 4 quart rock crock, okay? So the 4 quart rock crock is our Dutch oven, that's what it's called. So if you guys have questions on that, please let me know. The rock crock I'm using again tonight is just our 2.5 kit. It comes in our ultimate starter kit. If anybody out there is thinking they want to give Pampered Chef a try, which right now is an amazing time because the kits are half price, which is awesome. So I'm gonna go to this next because I want you guys to see our veggie spiralizer. Veggie spiralizer, the same thing, you guys. If you're looking at the rock crock or, you know, our veggie spiralizer, the rock crock slow cooker set, you guys, doing your own party is the best way to get those items because you can get them for half off. And that's in addition to your free product value that you will get as well. So you can get this rock crock for $59, which is amazing. The manual food processor also, if you guys are looking at something like that, half off that manual food processor is $26, which is awesome. And they're gonna be total workhorses in your kitchen. So, veggie spiralizer I wanted to share with you guys. give my noodles a quick check, because this thing is really great for helping you prep ahead with veggies, especially regardless if it's just going to be raw veggies that you're using throughout the week or if you're going to use them in your cooking preparation, okay? So tonight, again, I was going to do zucchini and add the zucchini into our pasta, but I'm going to spiralize the rest of our cucumber and show you guys how that will work. So this that I took off already is just a blade guard for the blade that's in here already. So if you get the spiralizer, you're going to have 3 blade options. The first one is built in again. This is our fettuccine blade, and that's what your guard's going to protect from. And then you're also going to have these 2 options as well. If you guys can see it, the top is the spaghetti, the bottom is the, this bottom is the fettuccine blade. This blade that is built in is a ribbon blade. So you can see how long that is. Pop those noodles out. So really simple, this base comes off, and this actually comes apart as well, so you can take the handle off of this base, because I know sometimes, you know, it's almost short enough to fit in your cupboard if the handle wasn't on there. So you can take the handle off if you need it for storing. So all you're gonna do beforehand, and this is why you can do mass quantities at the same time also, which is wonderful and really time saving. Prep all of your veggies ahead of time. You're gonna want them to be short enough, obviously, to fit in here. So generally, like with a zucchini, or if this was a full cucumber when I started with it, I would have just cut it in half. And then also just trim your ends off so both ends are flat, okay? So I'm gonna pop in our fettuccine blade here. And it's really user-friendly. There are literally arrows on here. You guys can see it'll tell you where the base and the body are supposed to go together. And then you have a little slit right here where you're gonna put in your ribbon blade. So you'll just pop that right in. And there is a little attachment here, trying to give you guys a good angle, that you just screw in, and it holds this into place for you. So really easy assembly. And I'll show you guys what that looks like again. You'll be able to see the blades sticking up there a little bit. And this guy in the middle is just to hold your veggie in place, or your fruit, whatever you're spiralizing. So what you're gonna wanna do is just take your cucumber, your zucchini, sweet potato, whatever you're spiralizing, stick it on that middle pointy, sharp thing, I don't even know what it's called, and just press it down and it'll grab onto it, and you'll literally just start spinning. So I wanna, oh, and you guys will see right here where it's gonna come out of. So I'll try getting the light here for you guys. I definitely don't think I'm liking this spot for my new video spot. Oh my gosh, look at how beautiful these are. And it just comes out, like, so cool. Look at these ribbons. Now what I would recommend if you are doing a bunch of batch spiralizing, just keep like your kitchen shears or your knife or something, you know, on the cutting board with you. Because if you want to cut these, you know, trim them down as they're coming out, then you can just cut them right away. So super amazing, and look at how fast that was, like just wonderful. So one thing I will tell you is you're always gonna have just a little bit left of whatever you're spiralizing, because of the prongs that stick out to hold. Yes, Nikki, you'll get that in your host combo, so you'll be able to get it in that set for 60% off. Awesome. So because of the prongs in here, it can't go all the way down. So you're always going to have, I mean, this isn't even an inch. You're always going to have a little bit left. So this is a cucumber. Obviously, I'm going to eat this. But if you have like, you know, your sweet potato or zucchini or anything like that, keep it, throw it in your freezer baggie and put it in the freezer. And then you can make a really great vegetable stock with all of your leftover scraps. So super cool. And again, it's so fast. Obviously, I would be going a little bit quicker if I wasn't showing this stuff to you guys, but you can fly through, you know, whatever it is that you're spiralizing, and it's a really great alternative too, you know, to noodles, because obviously veggies are a little bit healthier for you. So depending on how thick your veggie is that you're spiralizing, you might get some shorter strands like this, but that's okay. So super amazing. This baby is also dishwasher safe. For real. For real. So last thing I'm going to show you guys quick. My noodles are done in the microwave already. I'm just letting them sit there so you guys don't have to go through all of that, because I just want to show you one last product, and I'll post pictures of our delicious pasta when we're done, and I'll post the recipe for you guys as well. Eating my cucumber. Yum, fresh cucumbers. Love it. So what I'm going to do, there's some juice there from the seeds in the cucumber. I'm going to show you guys our adjustable grater. This is the coarse grater. Tammy, yeah, absolutely you can. I mean, depending on the veggie, you probably wouldn't want to spiralize it or freeze it, excuse me. But if you are going to do like a prep session over the weekend, or, you know, on Monday, or however you want to prep for the week, you can prep out your veggies, you know, whatever you want to use for the entire week. So I would store them all individually in their own containers or in their own plastic baggies in the fridge, and then pull them out as you need them. Like your cucumbers too, you can put that separate. I could do a whole batch of, you know, sweet potato strings or my zucchini strings. That's what we do most often, and they last in the fridge throughout the week, no problem. These I would definitely throw into a salad right away. So, cheese grater again, it's adjustable. So it's half the size, it folds down, has a nice little guard, so if you store it in your cupboard, you won't hack the skin off your knuckles. And it props up like this, which is really wonderful to use. So you can use it out straight if you're gonna, you know, be fancy and, you know, shave Parmesan for people, you know, right over their dish. But I'm just gonna make a pile of it here on my cutting board so that we can top it and add it into our pasta when we get ready to eat. So something else, if you guys use fresh Parmesan, the rinds on the Parmesan are really wonderful added into soups and hot dish, and is just super delicious. Sauces, you know, spaghetti sauce, anything like that. So once I get down to the nitty-gritty of my Parmesan rind, which you guys can see it here, it's the darker portion of my cheese, save that and add it into whatever you're making. So if you're going to use it, I mean, I'd say if you're going to use it in the next 3 or 4 weeks, you can store it in the fridge. That's about how long we'll keep it. Otherwise, if we have a bunch, which we normally do, I will store them all in a freezer baggie in the fridge. And like, I'll cut this into like 3 pieces. And then, you know, if I'm making a smaller batch of soup or whatever, I'll just pull out how many ever I think I'll need. So wonderful. You guys see that? Look at my cheese. See, I definitely got to have my camera in a new spot. You get beautiful, fresh, grated cheese, and it's so much more delicious than the pre-shredded stuff. So there's that grater, which is a really nice tool, I think, for anybody to have in their kitchen. So here's our pesto mix. I'm going to add it into our noodles, which literally cooked for 12 minutes in the microwave. Amazing, huge time saver, and it's all in one pot. So you guys, if you have your rock crock, put that thing to work and make it your workhorse in the kitchen. Same with your spiralizer or your manual food processor.
Okay, I'm going to leave you guys at that. I will post the recipes. If you guys have questions on any of the products, you know, what you can get them for host special or half price items, let me know that, and I will be in touch with you guys soon. So comment below with your questions or send me a message and I will get back to you guys. Enjoy the rest of your night.